Welcome back to part number 21 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as the Bosporan Kingdom. We started off very slowly as sort of not spending a lot of PI on stuff other than building a great many cities. Essentially just filing one claim per conflict on, and then we trigger a lot of tribes. Take AE, burn it down. We have a couple of three deities. Our rulers have been deified. If you've watched the series, you know it's a fairly complicated set of circumstance that we've gone through. I can't really summarize it exactly, nor is it the place to summarize it right here in this episode. What I do need to summarize here is our present situation. We have just warred with Moria, taken a fair chunk out of them, a lot of war score. In fact, we have the war score memorial. We have the imperial form of government, gives us 10% war score, and we have the oratory national idea, another 10%. I haven't taken any technologies or innovations to my knowledge. I may have run across maybe 5% or whatnot war score. I may have it down in there somewhere, but we're taking a lot. Unfortunately, we're just barely below the 20 threshold in order we'll need to declare another war, and it'll be a truce break war. So we're going to have to desecrate another temple. This will be the third temple we desecrate. Somehow we've been above the threshold and sort of hovering at about 30 or higher. I don't think that's going to continue, especially with the 137 aggressive expansion we're going to end up with. After the truce break, it's gonna crash to 0, and then we'll have to, if we do a third war or a fourth war against Moria, it'll get really high, and we'll be around 0 stability for a very long time, depending on how long your definition of very long time is. We are feeling rather chipper relative to our manpower. I will grant you that our legions are somewhat beaten and battered. I have them all set for unit reorganization. But I would imagine that Moria is as so. I don't know that he has the manpower that we do, as he has 8175 pops and we have 26330 pops. And have gone well out of our way over the early game to be very meticulous relative to having our cities to capacity, and we have some very, very large cities here, which I'm quite certain to supply us with no small amount of manpower. So, I'm imagining we can grind him down, and if we declare a second war, I suspect he'll be feisty. But by the time the third war comes through, I don't think he's going to be feeling very well at all. And if we declare a fourth war, it'll just be a rollover. Our aggressive expansion will be very high, and we'll just have to sit after a while. But theoretically, there'll be nothing left of him, or not much left. After the fourth war, perhaps we can take some points out of Dravida, and then we'll just sit and burn down the aggressive expansion at a peacetime rate. With our diplomatic reputation, we'll get a bonus. The higher it is, the faster it comes down. And then when we sit, we'll sort of mull about for maybe 7 years, like a truce cycle. Then we'll pop Moria again, finish what's left of Dravida, and then concentrate on border gore cleanup here in the east. That would be the plan. It's going to take some time, maybe 15 years or so. So that puts us at 665 by the time this is mostly done. Seems like a decent amount of time really to get back and take care of business over here. I don't know. But we'll certainly be able to reform Alexander's empire. That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to be at a 0% stability or 0 stability for a very long time. I was trying to work through ways to either, make our legacy holdings, which I meticulously planned and created over the 150 years of game time, or 200 years so far. But I determined that it was beyond my means at this point. Financially and in-game and as a player, it's very challenging to manage that the wider it gets. I moved a few pops in Anatolia here, just sort of randomly went to capitals and just sort of went down, like there's a Bosporan here. You can go down here, went here, here. I figure there has to be a better way. I mean, there's a lot of provinces, and you can gain efficiency. I just took one out of a city, I say. So you can gain efficiencies in that manner, but it's time consuming. It's not very expensive in game. So I figured I shouldn't spend any more money on any sort of theater creation for all of these numerous cities that I have taken. There's just no way to do it. We need to nuke it. And the only way to do that is with a happiness wonder. So I don't have quite enough for it at present, but if I go a pyramid and then gold it up, I can go down here and nobles, citizens, and freemen. Just boom, boom, boom. And that'll finish out, I think, in about 6 years after I start it. All I need to do is save the money. Which means that we probably should drive for his capital sooner than later, as we can raise it and create quite a bit of money that way. I have spent a considerable sum on these mercs, the Bactrian mercs. There's a fat stack here coming down as well. I'm going to declare this war the moment that our troops are near the front. They are not refreshed. I doubt that the Morians are either. The monolith of Neapolis has been completed. Alright, well, we've done it. Although the monolith, I'm not really exactly sure what that is. It must be our wonder. It is. It is our wonder there. Oh, it was a pyramid. The monolith of Neapolis. There it is. Well, we didn't have to desecrate a temple, and we can. Now here's the tricky part. Yeah, he's behind our lines here. And we may need to let go one of those mercs. Can we call up a levy? Who has a fort there now? I see. I see. I need a proper levy here. Well, let's just do it and see what happens. The war goal is here, and we are well ahead of it. 0 stability now. Just gonna send this unit down there and see what happens. Let's get on with it. I have a large stack here. Levies, mercs of various sorts, a lot of archers, not a lot of morale. And then this guy here is de-exiling shortly. This unit is not feeling well either. So far, nothing here. We caught this guy out here. This guy here has been caught out by our truce break activities as well. We stack wiped this guy, captured him. I think we captured 2 of them. Boom. This fat stack here is headed to an ambush as well. It's ugly. We stack wiped him as well. I don't think this guy's coming. Let's redirect over here, see what happens. Oh dear. That's what he gets. We've got quite a few up here. They're all headed right here to reinforce that guy that got stack wiped. But it doesn't look like they're probably going to fare very well. I'm afraid to call up a levy, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's march in here and see what happens. I have this fat stack headed to force march down here to that fort. I plan to assault it. And I think these guys are probably not feeling well from the last war. Let's head here. Boom. More of these guys are coming to reinforce the glorious battle, but it's completely one-sided so far. Another one triggered. Looks like it's over for him as well. Looks like another. Boom. These bruiser mercs are headed this way. I'm gonna take these as they come. This guy is headed down there. I think we just colonized this city. It's been ravaged one too many times, and this guy is doing away with himself, essentially. This used to be all of this, and now I think we colonized 3 or 4 of these. This army is completely shattered. It's 40, I'm going to count. There's about 175,000 strong here. It's shattered and headed down, probably here. I wonder if we could work it over with just this one Taxus of Moesia. We're going to need more tyranny, I think. We have a lot of aggressive expansion. I probably should have invoked a Devotio with that tyranny rather than smearing reputations. Fitting for tyranny, though. Still nobody home here. Let's head down here. Why not try? Made contact with this army again. I think he's headed here. That's our own fort there. His is completely open. Let's see, what are we looking at? This guy is headed down to this war goal here. Our mighty levy, the first of Ariana here, has taken these territories here. At which point it will rebel. There, perhaps it can go and take the war goal as well, but this merc is on the way. He's going to plop himself down here in camp, so nothing strange happens. While our armies are advancing, essentially after stack wiping or defeating the first group that were already beleaguered from having fought us in that first war, we broke the truce. They were still battered and bruised, and they're still battered and bruised here as well. These mercs have made it down from Bactria. This guy just assaulted that fort, taking out this capital area. These two are marching deep into enemy territory. I'm going to send them further in and then either disband them or hire some new mercs or some such as that. I'm not sure. It depends on the circumstance. This army is just standing right there. He's going to get run over. He was run over, stack wiped. We'll get this guy as well. We've encountered this shattered army. I'm going to see what happens here. Green. It's on. The first levy scored another victory. Where can we go now? We'll just revel in it. This is ugly as well. Is this guy beat down as well? Not so much so, but... Yikes. Boom. Let's take this guy out as well. Roll forward here. Where's a fort? Right there. Let's do it. There's the battle with that shattered army. Ooh. Ouch. What do we have here? I'll take it. Actually, I shouldn't have, huh? Oh well. We'll be back at 0 before you can blink an eye. Just as this guy will be shattered again before you can blink said eye as well. Something of an army here has showed up. Let's head here. I think we're running out of steam. This guy's defeated 3 armies, so this will be the 3rd. He's done it. There's the 3 armies this guy has defeated. The 4th Taxus here. Should give him a medal. Stack wiped another army here. It's ugly. I'm going to move this fleet down here just in case this offensive goes awry to the south. We'll be able to retrieve these troops. I'm sending a couple of fairly fearsome armies down this way to try to get adjacent to Dravida. Another stack wipe here. Yeah, once we got out of this hilly area, we started to fare a lot better in combat against these archers and company. I stumbled on a fairly large battle here. We have some mercenaries. Good news is we have reinforcements on the way. There it is. We're getting hit hard. It's over for them. Holy moly. Apparently he's triggered a civil war, and now somehow we're not exiled. Usually when you're in the... I don't know how we're not exiled. I wonder if we should peace out with Moria now, as we have the civil war. Let's see how much he'll give up. I'm able to take 92 war score essentially through here, and this area here will leave this claim be. Why not do it? Alright, I'm going to de-exile these guys. We'll continue the campaign against the Morian revolt. At some point, peace out with them. Who are you? That's Moria, it's not us. I'm going to get all these guys de-exiled, and I think we will immediately declare another war on Moria. And truce break again while being at war with his revolt friend as well. I think we can get started on our new wonder at the end of the month. Let's get this wonder going while the going is good. We need to get nationwide or empire-wide happiness bonuses for our nobles, our citizens, and our freemen. And we need to have, I think this is the same person that built the last one. We'll place her down and build it. Does it get done? $659, about 6 years. The war against the Mayoran revolt goes well enough. I have some guys over here on their way to that provincial capital. Our armies are returning. The northern armies are back and reorganizing to one degree or the next. I'm thinking we need to declare another truce break war immediately. To do that, I need to reach a 20 stability, and I can do that by raising holy sites. So, that's exactly what I plan to do. We are at 25. Let's do it. Truce break, war exhaustion, AE, Kamarupa, same group. It's on. We can head down here and perhaps utilize this Bruiser Merc and get him into the fray. Actually, maybe we can just stand him down. And we can get one a bit closer to the action. Do we need one is the question. I have my doubts. I'm going to wait. Looks like there's a few of these guys headed toward the revolt province. Luckily, we're at war with the both of them, so we can take either out at our leisure. Stack wiped another army. There's not a lot of resistance left, as hypothesized. These guys are... essentially en route. There's just a few armies about. We're about to close out this civil war as soon as we can occupy that. This. And, let's assault that. Looks like another stack wipe. We'll get this guy as well. I'm gonna peace out with this revolt while the piecing is good. There are some areas over to the west that are not annexed, but It's essentially not particularly relevant, other than we can't get at this. Well, that's life in the big city. We have this as well. We'll take it. And peace it is. We assaulted his capital and downed it. That should do it, hopefully, for his spirit for resistance. And let's get over here as well. I'm gonna check the war disposition. We could go to his capital. It looks possible, but it's a bit too much border guard, perhaps. As if this is much better, but we connect the two halves of this, and these guys are easily de-exilable. Should I choose to do a... which I think I will. I'm going to mull that over in between episodes. I hope to see you in the next one.